So in the first half of this campaign, I asked you guys if that video could get 2,000 likes, and if it did, then I would make a part 2 following the second half of the mission tree for the Seljuks. And you guys managed to do that in like 3 days. So it might be like 2 months late, but here it is. And if we could do that on this video too, that would actually be fantastic, thanks. Now you don't have to watch the first half, although I would recommend it, but what you need to know is that the comments voted for whether we would go with the Arabization mission tree branch or the Turanian mission tree branch, and overwhelmingly you guys decided that we would go Turanian. So let's start with that. Looks like the first task that was given to us would be to cross the Caucasus, so let's get ready for that. And it looks like someone doesn't know how to wait politely for the Sultan to die, so instead he's going to have to die himself. Alright, the Age of Reformation is here, so let's turn off our war taxes. And there he is. It seems the Janissaries expect something every time a new ruler is crowned, which is pretty annoying. But we only have one army made of half Janissaries, so I don't particularly care if we don't give them anything. Now that some of the cores are finishing up, I think it's a good idea to go ahead and finish off our invasion of Persia. And I've gotten extremely tired of the knights raiding my coasts every few years, so I'm going to vassalize them. Ah yes, the time for us to pick our heir. I think we'll go with this one. Well, sorry Timurids, it's just business. So that's Yaz down. Funny enough, we actually do need this one province, so I plan to take that later. There goes the capital. Well, so far so good. Alright, we'll be taking that Yaz. Okay, now that we've secured the Gulf, and we are the strongest trading power in both Basra and Hormuz, with 33% here, and 60% here, we should receive 1,300 ducats. Nice. Alright, we've taken Far's capital, so we can get them out as well. Now all that's left is to deal with a couple of messes. Okay, now that should just about do it on this war. Now, we can't take any of this ourselves, but at least we can hand it over to our vassal. Okay, we'll give them their claims, plus what we need for the mission. Maybe I should have transferred some claims, but oh well. Now we've finished our invasion of Persia, and the next step is to go after Hormuz and Fars. Okay, Tier 5 reform. For now we're going to take the Nobles of the Robe, just so we can get some decreased leader cost for easier professionalism, and later on we'll swap to administrative clergy. Okay, finally we can vassalize the knights. No longer will they raid my coasts for the rest of time. Okay, we do not get this opportunity very often. We have a lot of claims to take, and why not? Why shouldn't we have it? Okay, now that the capital's gotten colonialism, I think we should probably embrace it. Okay, all that tech will give us a new idea group. I was thinking either state governance or trade, but honestly, state governance is just so OP. Governing capacity, years of separatism, maximum absolutism, dev cost, admin efficiency. Yeah, that's pretty good. Well, that's rude. A crusade. Really? Yeah, good luck with that one. Alright, time for the first age ability. It's not immediately obvious, but if we move this bar to the right, we can see we have our own special one, which gives a whopping 25% infantry combat ability, which is kind of ridiculous. Apparently we can propagate in Crimea. I failed to see where, but okay. What? Yeah, I'm just not gonna question that. Let's try and bait this stack into here with some Scorched Earth. Okay, seems like we're finally done. Now, instead of pushing into Greece, I think I would rather secure my position around the Black Sea, considering we'll be doing quite a lot over here anyway, so this peace deal seems good enough to me. And just like that, we can upgrade ourselves to an empire. It seems we have a lot of extra military power, and we're already so wide that deving a little bit is not going to change much. Instead, we'll hire a bunch of generals. In the end, we have 60 professionalism and 7 Ultra Chad generals. Okay, time for round, what is this, 3? 4 with the Nizarids? Whatever. And just when I thought it couldn't get any better, a 646 air. Sheesh. Alright, we've gotten Tunis out of the war finally. Okay, hopefully this is the last battle. Not bad. And it comes with a free stack wipe. Now we can get Yemen to give up their alliances. As for Hormuz, we may as well practically full annex them. This land is part of a mission we need to complete, so I'll be taking that, thank you very much. Okay, and with all of that, now we can take what we want out of Egypt, except for the capital, because the capital costs a little bit of extra war score for pretty much no reason except for being the capital. So we'll surround it, wait for the AI to move the capital, and then this province won't cost as much. I mean, if we took the province, they just moved the capital anyway, so yeah, we're doing ourselves a favor here. Looks like the truce with Fars is up, so we can finish another mission. And there we go. Alright, that's another mission done. That's a bit more overextension than I predicted. Well, I'm sure it's fine. Oh, what a beautiful event. I don't know if this is part of the mod or not, but I like it. Okay, we've done a lot of conquering. I think it's okay if we take a break for now. Instead, we can focus a little bit on getting more admin generation, for which the first step is abdication. Fine, this time I'll pay you. As for the next heir, I guess we'll pick this guy. Ah, you have to be kidding. Okay. If we don't do anything about this, then we're going to have a Janissary coup, which is obviously not good, so let's fix that. Alright, once again we have too many mill points, so it's time for more professionalism. Ah yes, maximum army professionalism in 1549. Just love stacking recruitment costs decrease. Okay, it's been literally 3 weeks since I've opened this save. Where was I? Oh, right. Regency Council, right, okay. So, nothing is the answer. I was doing nothing. Well, we did manage to bridge the Empire, and that's cool. I was also finishing state governance ideas, and seeing as those give me admin efficiency, which is broken, I'm probably going to wait until that's done before I do some more conquering. Oh, finally we've integrated Hisn Kaifa, which means we get to make some free states. Now, of course, we're going to decrease all the autonomy here. Now, it's a little bit more complicated if we want to do the same thing with a jam. First, we'll have to wait another 10 years, and then after that, it's going to take like another 40, so yeah. Okay, we finally finished up the state governance ideas, which would allow us to take this policy. However, I don't think we actually need it. I mean, you know, considering. But it also doesn't cost anything, so we may as well. Now we can finally conquer something again. Next up is you. Well, I appear to be drowning in points, and we also have a mission that requires us to dev a little bit. Alright, here's the deal. We'll take this mission, we'll enact our golden era, and we'll click this button. Apparently we've also finished this by guaranteeing the minority rights, which seems pretty base to me considering the fact we have enough missionary strength, and more importantly, enough missionaries. So we'll finish this too for an extra culture, and now we just need to dev. A lot. Also pretty convenient since we have to dev this anyway. Well, it's not the best good, nor the best starting dev, but it's cheap enough. There we go. Truce with the Nizarids is over, and you know what that means. Alright, let's make sure Tunis never rejoins this. We'll just do the same thing for Yemen. Alright, we're just about done here. Just 20,000 men left, and we've definitely won this. You'd think after, like, fully occupying Ethiopia, the Nizarids would peace out, but no. So now, I have to wait for that war to finish before I can take this, and this is, like, the last thing I need out of the entire region. So it's a little infuriating, but okay. Oh boy, it sure would be neat if I could peace out right now. Wouldn't that just be great? Oh, okay, thank you. Alright, I'll be taking that, thank you. Don't you just love to see it? Don't mind if I do. So, the Diwani Script. A cursive style of Arabic calligraphy originated in the Ottoman Empire in the 15th and 16th centuries. Okay, now it looks cool, but also, I don't need the yearly legitimacy, we're kind of okay. So, no thanks. The Golden Horde looks a little distracted, so I wouldn't mind picking this up a little bit. They do also have some land I want. Alright, fine. Oh boy, that is expensive. Well, we can take out a few loans, no problem. Well, it's official. We can no longer have any rivals at all. Rest in peace my power projection, I guess. Well, that seems to be just about everything I need, and I'm definitely going to have to fight them again later, so we might as well make that a short truce. Seems like it's time to pick a new heir again, and this guy seems good enough. Well, I was hoping to take everything in one war, but that doesn't exactly seem possible. Alright, fine. I'll take this fort for now. We'll break some alliances, and then maybe we'll come back and full annex them. As for you... Hold on a second. Oh, whoops. I'm sure that's fine. It's just for another 6 months. Alright, I need to annex a gem, and we no longer need the Umera in the officer corps, since we have max professionalism. Instead, we're going to go with the integration policy. Looks pretty bad for now, but we'll fix this. Well, looks like it's just about time to unite Arabia. It's not like an amazing bonus or anything, but it's okay. Alright, the fourth idea group is a bit of a tough one, but considering how the mission tree wants me to core all of Persia, and I'm not really going to be getting a whole lot of merchants from trade companies for a while, I'll probably just pick up trade. Alright, so from Baluchistan we're gonna take these provinces, which we need for a mission, and let's see what this mission does. Oh wow, that's heavy. Well, I don't think that's necessary. And we're already in Empire rank, but okay. Alright, we've gotten a lot of expansion done these past few years. Maybe even a little bit too much. The most we can do for now is wait for truces, and maybe try to dev up a little bit. Also, the next Sultan is just a little bit better than our current Sultan, so let's abdicate. Alright, the truce with Zaporozhye is done again. Cotton imports, I don't know, we don't really create a lot of cotton, but eventually we will. So yeah, sure, why not? Well, that wasn't too bad. So now that we control the Pontic steppe, we get some massive claims. Yeah, that's quite a lot. And in order to start the next mission, we have to own 15 provinces in this region. Which I guess we can start soon, actually. Alright, let's get started. Well, that was fast. I'm sure this won't be a problem. Yeah, let's just not worry about that. There might be a few problems with the governing capacity though. I'm just gonna put a little band-aid on that real quick. Trust me, this is going to work. Alright, we have this mission here to take a few provinces. So we'll grab them real quick, put some admin in, and get some admin out. Call that mana laundering. But anyway, now that we have enough influence over the Umera to revoke this right of council, we can go and give them some land rights, which means we have more governing capacity. Told you it would work. Well, now we have enough money and mana to figure out what this does. And we can also rename our capital. I mean, sure, why not? Now, the actual monument gives us, wow, 25% manpower modifier in the area, which is okay. Local offensiveness, also pretty okay. But yearly army tradition decay and army tradition from battles, that's pretty solid. Now, looks like we're missing a few provinces up here. So let's ask if we can borrow them. Always remember to knock before entering. And be sure to greet them in a friendly manner. See, just look how agreeable they are. Unfortunately, it wasn't quite enough provinces, so we may have to borrow another. Alright, now that we have enough provinces, we get some more permanent claims. A lot of them. Okay. All of that, huh? Nope, this is fine. This is totally fine. Well, at least now we can go through this event. So now, we are the Seljuk Caliphate. And I sort of noticed over here in Andalusia, they've also crowned themselves as the Caliphate. So, that's a little bit awkward. Sure hope this doesn't make a whole new branch or anything. Ha. Well, most of the cores have been dealt with, which means it's time to go back to war. By the way, if you're wondering how I carpet siege, then just briefly hold down the D key to split off a bunch of men, then select all of them. Hit the V key to split off one of these guys, and then you can click somewhere else, hit V again, then somewhere else, hit V again, and you can just keep putting them everywhere. Alright, we finished up trade ideas, which will give us 15% core cost from our ambition, plus 3% missionary strength. We can also go over here and get some more goods produced, which is very helpful, and over here as well. Stonks. Alright, I think I'm just gonna annex this down. There's really no point to keeping them around. As for Uzbek, just don't worry about this. Now we're gonna pull what is professionally known as a fast one on Uzbek real quick by declaring on their tributary. This will momentarily stop all the cores, but that's okay. Now that 15-year truce is just 5 years. So, if you want to invade a country that's worth like 600% war score, and you don't have 50 years to spare, that's how you'll get it done. Alright, we're just gonna annex this little dude down here. As for Transoxiana, well, it's not the greatest peace deal, but it mainly outlines what we need, so I can't be too upset about it. The guy also has a few provinces we need, so... Now, Bulgaria's been stealing my trade power for way too long, and although I make enough money now, I could always be making more. Alright, the truce with Uzbek is up once again, but it might be a little harder this time, considering, yeah. Well, let's give it a shot. Alright, now we can get Transoxiana out of the war. And this coalition doesn't seem too big. Yeah, sure, we'll take it. Now, we've taken the capital of Delhi, but something tells me that's not quite going to be enough. Alright, let's keep going. Well, how about now? You know what? That's fine. That works. And that just about does it for what we need from Uzbek. This name placement is painful. Well, hopefully it gets better once we integrate a gem. Now for the provinces we have yet to conquer, 4 of them are in Afghanistan, and I think that truce actually just finished. Works for me. Alright, looks like global trade spawned in our capital, as expected. I mean, if there's anyone who deserves to spawn in global trade, it would definitely be us. And yoink. Getting the rest of these provinces is going to be pretty annoying. Seeing this border gore is going to get in my way. But you have to start somewhere. I just saw Francia lost great power status and yeah. Not only did the Reconquista fail, they just got straight up conquisted. Well, that's what you get for leaving the HRE, I guess, but damn. Well, now that we have more money than we know what to do with, let's take a look at maybe some of the monuments we can upgrade. I think this one would be pretty useful. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, the truce is up with Transoxiana, and I should probably finish off the rest of Arabia considering I do have a mission for it. So I'll just take a little token from the Nizarids. Nothing much, but just enough to make my name bigger. And we'll just push Yemen out to East Africa. Now we can fully annex Transoxiana. And we can seize the oases. There are just a few provinces left, and most of them are owned by Yuan, so let's do what we do best. They only have Tech 12 compared to our 16, very few men, and low mandates, so this shouldn't be that hard. And the age of absolutism has finally arrived. It's kind of weird to think that we've done this much, and yet absolutism just spawned in. Well, it was a little more war score than I expected, but a couple of sieges later... Well, it was a little more war score than I expected, but a few sieges later, and it's no problem. Now we're almost there, just 2 provinces left. And right on cue, there goes a gem. Oh, that took a while. Well, now the mission tree wants me to turn all of these into states. Okay, I guess we can do that. And here it is, the final province. And that should just about do it. At last, the dream of Tehran is complete. Now we gain new traditions and ambitions, and we get the Turanian Union until the end of the game, giving prestige decay and 3 max promoted cultures. I didn't do a direct comparison of the ideas between the Seljuks and the Turanian ones, but it looks to me like these are just powered up versions. For instance, we get minus 25% core cost instead of minus 15. I think the only thing that was really good that we're now missing is the 3% missionary strength, which is a bit of a shame. But we do get tolerance of the true faith and heathens, national unrest, and years of separatism, which makes rebels a little bit easier to deal with, as well as province war score cost, which stacks really well if you want to take diplomatic ideas, upgrade Kaaba, and upgrade Malta. But there you have most of the Seljuk mission tree. Now, technically there's more to do, so if there's enough demand for a part 3, meaning maybe 4,000 likes, then I'll consider it. The mission tree does want you to conquer all of India, and that's going to be quite the endeavor, so if that's something you want to see happen, then you know what to do. But for now, this is Quarbit, hoping you enjoyed your time here, and as always, have a fantastic day. Big thank yous to the patrons this month, especially Ben Greenhagen, Matthew Cohn, Quiet Guy, Torvald, Bouncer Steve, Sean, Robert Kaleno, Chewy Shoot, and The Watcher. Patrons get early access to videos, so if you want early access, all you have to do is sign up for the Patreon, the link is in the description. And if you're looking for more videos to watch, I recommend these ones on screen.